Was geht's, people? Was geht's, Leute? Haha, German today. But yeah, I added a little thing above. Y'all can see like the daily P&L and unrealized profit. So when I take a trade, that's what it looks like. I can't do it when I do like the demo trading. I don't know how to do it that way. So we're looking for lower prices today. I think it's very easy and obvious that that's where we should be going. Also, this is a low resistant liquidity run signature, meaning that this low right here is higher than this one. So that means it should have ease getting down there. I thought I hit a different button. It didn't know that it could do that. Let's do that. So yeah, we're looking for down here, lower prices. I got my handy dandy uh Apex accounts on, so we'll be looking for that. And we'll be again targeting down here. We have I was like, why don't I this is the wrong one. Still the wrong one. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Okay. So we have the lows it could go. Like it could really extend today. It could want to clean all of this up and even down here. So just waiting for that. Hopefully we just don't have it off rip again where it just like 930 just runs lower. Could get that though. Could easily get that. But hoping we don't just run. So expecting gaps to remain open. Like we have this one right here on the 15-minute chart. I mean, I would love to see us come up. At least try to pick that out and then reject. That's what I would want to see. Trade up to this premium market and then sold off. I just would have, yeah, a little bit ahead of time, but it's also during a macro time, so it's plausible we could just run lower, honestly. London High, I think, is in place. I think it's set. So I put this stuff back to what was normal because right now I don't know where anything is. I mean, SMT, we don't need that right now. That's really clear. I would love to see that get ran into this higher time frame gap here. Would like that. Yeah, this one. I like. I would love to see if it could trade up to here and then reject. Show breakdown. And I'll take that one. See if we can reach down there. And best case, I mean, best case would be all the way down here. But that's very clear. And we'll see what time it is and what's happening. But this is where I'd want to see if we could trade up into. If a breaker block there as well. Trading up into that and then rejecting. I would love that. Ooh, I'm telling you, I'm the best dressed trader out there. I'm telling you right now. I'm not messing with me. Messing with me. Too much swag. Nine minutes. I want to see it trade up higher. The gap that I like. Let's look what we get on the 15-minute chart. I mean, it'll be the same thing, low key. Yeah, right above there in the 15-minute chart, that would be a nice thing up there. And then if we reject, we go to a 1-minute chart, 5-minute chart, and see what we're getting. We get that. We can come up there first before trading lower. Then we can target down here, and we got some targets that we would be looking for. 24,653, 24,640. Then you have 24,591, 24,579. That's what I'll be looking for. If you take the high of the day to where we are right now, up here would be a premium, but I don't think that we're going to be trading up there. We left this gap open, expanded below, came to this gap, left this gap open. So, I mean, ideally, if you were already in this trade right now, you would want to see this remain open, personally. But I want to see it trade up there. Again, we're going with clean charts. Based on what this looks like, I'll adjust this. 3 or 4 is probably most likely what I'm going to be trading with. And I think it should be really quick to get down there. I don't think it should be a very long trade today. Someone's a vibe. Yeah, heard that one yesterday, I think. We have about 6 minutes till the market opens. Maybe I'll start getting on here like 9:25. Because I mean, I feel like it doesn't take that long to kind of go over what I think could potentially happen. May not that minute give it to it. From but we already kind of did that already. I was looking to see what we were getting on a 5-minute chart. That may not give it to us up there. That may remain open. We'll just have to see. Something. I'll just leave that there. Dobre. Yes, that's about it right now. Looking for lower prices. It's got. I want to see it come up higher, reject, and then I'm in there. No, you gotta make trading very simple. Sometimes I've complicated this way more than it needed to be. But yeah, I was watching the mentorship videos. ICT talks about not like sharing the stuff that we learned in the mentorship. So I kind of have to dial back on some of the things that I'm talking about outside of things that are already in core content. I'll talk about those things, but other things that he talks about, I will not talk about them. Still gonna be trading, still gonna be doing all that stuff. Yeah, down there. Those lows are clear targets. I just don't want to see us start screaming down there. Now, if we do that, depending on where we are and what we're hitting, I'll take it. Hi, people. Hallo Leute, mein Name. Moin. 3 minutes. Oh, by the way, I did get copyright strike yesterday. Remember I told you that? Had like, I don't know what it was, less than 30 seconds. Copyright blocked. So I won't do that anymore. Inside. Have mercy on me. Interesting is we might not even get that. Have to see what we're getting here. We might this might be remain open. I'd want to see a trade up here. Take this out as a stop run into this 15-minute gap, then reject, then trade down here. But we might not get that. It might just be quick to want to run down there. Thought process is like, I'm looking at this. If we can close below this range right here, that's what I like. So look at that. An option. This might get left open. And based on how we're trading here, we could use this as a mitigation block. This right here. I would use this part though and close below and then trade up. So I want to see how we're trading here. We didn't close below this yet. We have 33 seconds left until the market opens. And I'm sure we're gonna have a large gap right now. Yeah, a large gap. So that to me is not existent right now. I wouldn't take that. I want to see it trade up here first, then reject. And if I go down to a lower time frame and it rejects that, perfect. I see it trade up there. Here. Look at the other two, sorry. I want to see this gap on the 15-minute chart get traded to. Yeah, I want to see if it can reach up there. If it can't, then that shows something different. But I'm looking at this range here to there, even this range there to there should still, I want to see it trade up higher. Up there, I'd like to see that. And then even here, I'd still would like to see it trade up there. But I think it's going lower. That's my, not I think, I want to see it go lower. 24,667.75. That's like the downward target. I just trying to find an entry in. I would have liked it more if it traded up there first. Like if it's traded up there first and then rejected, like even left a wick and then did that, I would take that short. I just don't like that it didn't do that. So that's what song am I listening to? There has been a ban on song request. No more. After yesterday. Ooh. So I know what it's kind of like banging into. So they're all trading lower. Like we didn't have yesterday where like Dow was up here and this is down. So not necessarily concerned with that. I know what it's trading up into, but I want to see it trade up there, honestly. That's just what I want to see happen. Come on, bro. Do it. Might even do this actually, low key. If I can. If it trades up in there, I'll take one. I definitely sold. So my stop loss is gonna go up here. Well, not a sell limit. That's tripping. This would be a buy stop, and be targeting down here. So what I'm doing is I like that gap there, and I'm looking at this down close candle right here, and I was trading above that inside of this range. That's essentially what I'm looking at. This would be a breaker block. I like that, and I like this as the draw on liquidity. So that's essentially what I would want to see here. I'll start to draw down here, but my stop loss above this swing, and then we'll see what we get here. Pretty much, that's what I like. Check this out, the 15-minute chart, which is a little normal higher time frame, but I just like that. I feel like that's the draw for sure down there. So the short position would be here. A little bit probably wider stop loss than normal, but 2 to 1. That's pretty much what I'm looking at. We need to start seeing a little bit more rejection here. I want to keep sitting up there, but I still think that overall it looks pretty good on the other one. And so I took one because it just was a little bit larger stop loss than what I normally am looking at. I don't want to do this because then I can never move it. It's about 80, 88. So it's a little bit larger than normal, in my opinion. This is what we're looking at. Better than that. Better than that. I want to be seeing some. We didn't fill it completely, which is good. But Dow is trading lower, so we should start seeing some follow through on this a little bit. And I want to see if we can, best case is honestly, best case is down here. So we'll see if that's something that we can actually get. That'd be best case. I can get off that one and I can just start watching. See how we're getting the other ones. What's on the other ones? Every Sunday. We have this one struggling just a little bit to trade softer, but I think it's just kind of holding, giving people a chance to get in. But we do have Dow trading softer. We have ES kind of going a little bit lower. So I do really like this one on the higher time frame. That's why I took it. I think like I didn't want to take 4 or 5 on this one just because of how large the stop was. That was my whole thought process with this one. And I think that we just have a low resistance critical signature right here. So that's what I'm willing to do. And best case scenario is down here. So we'll see what happens like when we get there, if that's possible. But yeah, kind of how I'm looking at this. Okay. No. Need this to start kind of rejecting here, or else we're gonna have an issue. I like that we didn't fully close it in, but I have to understand this is on a 15-minute chart, so it isn't like a 5-minute chart, 1-minute chart, it's just 15 minutes. We have Dow trading lower, we have ES trading lower, struggling a little bit, but they're all still kind of going lower. But I think like where my stop loss is and where everything is, I feel good about where everything is personally. Okay. And I should have been I would have liked this a little bit more if it's we've had a nice reaction from at least where I entered, but we're not really seeing any continuation right now. Is what I don't like personally. That I'm not really a fan of. I would expect this to already start dropping. Do that. But that's about it. Like there's really nothing else I can do. So Dow's still dropping. ES is kind of dropping a little bit. But yeah, best case would be down here. And these down here are like the equal lows that are just obvious. You want to see price start drawing towards that. This might be a SPY, a little bit of up and down, up and down. No, spot. Yeah, right here is like yeah. So we want to see rejection here, pretty much. That's it. We're starting to get that, but it's kind of holding a little bit more than what I would want. Lord, I want to be you. I don't like how this is just holding a little bit, but we're good. Good on the 15-minute chart with what it looks like at least. Because once this gives up the ghost, I think it's gonna be quick. Let's look at something real quick. What's happening, cuz? Let the ghost, let it go. Let it go, my boy. So I want to see it start attacking that low, like with so much speed right now. I don't want to really see it start to. Okay, so you want to see it kind of hit that low. I think that, yeah, I was just thinking about some things. Like I need to start seeing this do its thing, right? Start to go a little bit lower now. Because if it can go hit out that low, I want to see that with ES doing the same thing at the same time. The other ones are just dropping. This one's holding a little bit more, but I think it should start to do that a little bit quicker. So what I am actually worrying about right now is how we don't want to see that actually. What it's doing right now, we don't want to see. That we don't want to see. So what I'm watching is this ES like almost hit this rejection block and not like this shouldn't be back up here in my in my opinion. This should have already dropped very, very quickly below this low and like with speed. So what I'm watching right now is actually yeah, that's concerning by the way. But let's see what we're gonna get here. Because what I don't want to see is this didn't even hit the rejection block and it not do that. And then this come up and start attacking up here. I don't think that really makes any sense. That was tanking. Yeah, CP don't want to see that actually. That we don't want to see. Because Dow is already so this same low that I'm trying to target right here, Dow is taking that out already. Or close. And it's Friday. We don't want to be seeing it coming back up here. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, right now I'm kind of concerned for this trade. Just gonna be honest. Kind of concerned. Turn to a nice trade to not getting that signature right now. Really concerning. Because I would have expected it to like once it did what it did there, I would have already expected, especially going below this low, would have immediately expected it to just start running down, targeting this because it's low resistance. There should be no barrier there. right now. Should be zero barrier. Should be so easy for it to trade lower compared to the rest of them. This should be the easiest one, but it's a lot of struggling right now. I don't like that. I like the trade idea. I don't like what it's doing right now, though. Hourly chart doesn't look that good to me. Yeah, like Dow took out the low, and this one's not doing it. It's like, what are we doing here? And Dow has at equal lows just like this one does. It's like, come on, bro. That's not a good sign. I'll let you know that right now. Yeah, that's not a good sign right there. If I get stopped out, like, that's gonna be it for today, I think, because I thought that was a pretty good trade. And we have Dow trading below the low. ES couldn't even trade below. This one went lower and then came back up. So it's just how we end the week. Because I mean, like, there's nothing on a higher time frame that I'm thinking it should be reaching for. We just close above this gap. And ES isn't doing the same thing. What are we doing, brother? Smastu. Like, so we're not getting the same deep retracement in in ES like we're getting here. We're not getting the same thing. That hourly chart looks crazy. Not gonna hold you. That was below the low. That was down here. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna do it. It should have already been like this should already be down here with so much ease. It shouldn't even be close. It should already been down there right now. I understand it's Friday, but I like expansion came back up into this. Here's an order block here. I have my stop loss above that purposely because it can trade up into that, but it's not ideal. Not ideal at all. On a higher time frame in terms of up here, like what's up inside this range, like on an hourly chart, there's nothing up there. Absolutely nothing. It's all efficiently traded. That's why I liked this gap here. Again, where the body's closed is important because we do all this, whatever, and then the body's closed down here, even up here. That's good. The body's closing all up inside of this. That's not very good. Not very good. We're about 7 minutes until the new hourly candle opens, and it'd be ideal if we were opening down here somewhere. Don't want to be opening up inside of this. Need a little bit more rejection here, NQ. Dow's going lower. So best case scenario. So for me right now, just the way that it's looking, if we can even get below this low again, it like really needs to extend with speed, like quickly. Can't be slowly going, because if it's slowly going and all that stuff, I'm probably gonna take everything off, or I'm gonna say everything, only have one off there. But Dow is already below here right now, and this is not, for whatever reason. And this to me felt like a very easy, low resistance liquidity run signature that we should be looking for price to trade down there. You know, so that's just my thought process, and we just let it go from there. Again, I normally trade off the 5-minute chart or the 1-minute chart, but this looked very clean to me. There was a gap that I liked. Deep retracement. But again, it's where the bodies close right now. Like, we start seeing this start to extend below. If we're not getting that, then your boy might have to close this whole thing. We're up what, $200 or something, but again, has to start showing signs that it wants to go lower, not higher. I mean, ES looks heavy. That was below the low. This just needs to start following suit. We're 3 minutes into, so we're inside the macro. Well, 3 minutes, like 30 seconds. You just check something real quick. So what I was checking it for is to see if they had like some type of speaker or something, because I'm trying to figure out why it's just holding right now. It's holding, not really doing much. Which I'm not really sure why it's doing that. That's what's concerning right now. Again, where the bodies are, I mean, right now, the way that the bodies are closing, it's not bad. But I would have I was expecting low resistance, 5 to 10 minute trade. That was it because it's just the way it looks. Low there, a whole bunch of liquidity, sell side liquidity there. Here we have right up here expansion. This is the high of the day. We expand, leave this open. Then we partially have this. So then pulling that range, it came close up inside of that again. But then now we're just kind of hanging below this low. Dow's going lower, but then this one's struggling. So with ES. I mean, what I don't want to do is it come up inside the range and then just range trade all day, not do much. Then next week drop below the low. It could easily do that today as well. Sit here, come up inside the range, don't do anything, come close to this, or even go higher and really do nothing all day. Then tomorrow, or not tomorrow, and then on Monday drop lower. It can do that. But Dow was screaming lower. Dow is already there. Like on the hourly chart, it's officially traded throughout this whole time. So this needs to start running lower. Can't keep coming up in here. I don't think that it's good if it keeps trading up in here, in my opinion. Keeps doing that, I'm probably got caught in this, and I won't want to be in that anymore. It needs to start moving. And especially if we can come take out this low, it must do it with speed. It can't come down here and then start coming back up again. Can't do that. That's not good. And that's if it can even do it. Yeah, it's not looking too good on the hourly chart. Because you have a fair value gap, you have a breaker block, and then you have this down close candle, this order block here. Then you have this gap here, then you have projection. Like my stop loss, if it gets hit, like I'm just completely wrong. Which is okay. But it shouldn't be up here. My opinion, like at all. It's just hanging too much right here. 355. Yeah. What are we doing here? Yeah, I'm very happy that I only traded with one. But trust me, I'd be so mad. Like I don't understand why this. I'd be very mad at myself right now. I'll tell you that. Very, very mad. So it may want to come up here and attack this. There's nothing else I can do about that. And I wasn't just trading it because it was right here. I thought I could go lower. It's like this down here to me looks so clean and so obvious. That's where it'd want to go. So that's why I was okay with taking this trade on a 15-minute chart. I'm not thinking that it wants to come all the way up here and attack London high, which it can. That's not what I'm seeing. Now at this point, like, it needs to drop because we've hit this order block on this time frame, and now on ES it's traded up into an hourly fair value gap. So this has to drop. It has to. Because there's nothing up here on the hourly chart that makes sense. Look. There's nothing there. So that's what I'm saying. Like this needs to drop like now. If these down there, Dow takes it out. Yes, comes close, fails. So that's my thought process. It's like that doesn't even look good on a 5-minute chart. It even looks awful there. It's just a lot of wicking right now. After hitting this order block, this needs to drop. And ideally, if it can close in here, or I mean, here in here or below, we're good. Obviously, if it stops me out, it stops me out like that. There's nothing. Let me just move on. But I'm very happy I only took one. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna win. It's taking too long. Way too long. Trading up into gaps it shouldn't even be trading into. Again, the range that I pull, I mean, again, I could have pulled the wrong range. That's also something as well, but that's way too deep. Even if I take this range, I take the London high, where we are now, that's a discount. I'm sorry, it's a premium market up inside of that. I just didn't believe that that was the case. Now, if that is the case, this does trade lower, this should still hold price regardless. Shouldn't be coming back up there. Yeah, it looks like this one might fail. Because there's nothing on our hourly chart up here that makes sense. Is that just what happens today? Up like 200 bucks, then down that. Yeah, because this looks like it's rejecting. I mean, pretty much this candle closure is going to tell a lot. High to low. Hold this one to this one, and hold that one to that one. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, so it is what it is. Like that's pretty much what I was looking at today. Would have never looked at a TGIF. It didn't make sense. This is clear. Mhm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get stopped out here. That's just so deep, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna close it. Better. Okay, so that's the trade for today. I'm not gonna take any more. I don't think it makes any sense that we got in, had initial nice reaction. What I was watching was this. So equal lows, that failed to hit that, and that was below. So to me, that didn't make any sense on an hourly chart. There's nothing. We have a gap up here, but that doesn't make any sense for this to be the high of the day, for it to be trading that deep inside of that. You have this fair value gap there, so for me, there's no point in that. So I'm down 845. I mean, $158. That's what it is, but just copy traded on all of them. That's what that is. So that's what I'm going with away today. I just don't think it should have been all up there doing that. So a nice initial reaction, but didn't end up getting what we were looking for. So, but yeah, so I'll catch you guys on Monday, I think. Let's see what next time. Yeah, Monday through, yeah, every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, every day. We have NFP next week, so it'll be very, very, very should be nice. So now I'm thinking that it's gonna come down there on Monday or something, but this is just too deep to be trading into. So I appreciate everyone for being on, and I'll catch you guys next Monday. Peace out.